Shalom uberekuth mishpacha, peace and blessings, family. We're just going to be talking about how the government, National Homeland Security, actually used the likeness of a young black man to basically try to start a race war. What we really have to start looking for is the political stuff, guys. I'm telling you, the laws and the legal system. And because the people that's starting to get into office now, they are wild, fam. And, you know, they don't care anymore. Like, they're childish. They are brain rotted from social media without any basic human decency. So what do we see happen with National Homeland Security? So for some context, let's look at this clip by Brother Jew Almighty from his YouTube channel. Let's look at it.
Social media against the American people and putting Americans' lives at risk. The Department of Homeland Security Twitter account posted this video and say that if you threaten ICE agents, we're coming to get you.
It's still crazy to me that this post is real on the official DHS page. If you threaten or lay hands on our law enforcement officers, we will hunt you down and you will find out really quick. We'll see you cowards soon. 37 million views, and we already know how unhinged some of these MAGA Republicans are. And you can see the caption, which is completely made up. ICE, we're on the way. Word on the streets, cartels put a $50,000 bounty on y'all.
They gon' be surprised when they see I made this beat, baby T for Kanye West.
One person in the comments called out DHS for posting a fake video. Someone stole his video and edited it. I found the original. It's to Iran from June 22nd. It's a completely different caption and patriotic at that. You see what we can do. Don't say something that you can't finish, Iran. We all ready. United we stand. We want all the smoke. Which is a weird TikTok video, but this is just his content. It's like patriotic, unserious stuff.
And they're using anti-blackness in order to create this fake sense of threat.
And of course, he started receiving all types of death threats, so he jumped online to address the situation.
So I'm getting these mad messages from my DMs and social media and on my comments. And I randomly get a text message talking about a recent video that was posted in my account. I was like, what are y'all talking about? I get threats daily on IG and everywhere all over my social media all of a sudden.
He said that basically, Iran, you better watch out because we're going to fight you if we need to. We're going to defend our country. That's what he was saying. That's basically the most patriotic thing somebody could say, right? That they're going to defend this country against another country. But guess what? You would think the government would congratulate these guys for saying something like that and being what they would consider a positive influence. I don't support going to war for this country. I think it's absolutely ridiculous because this country will never go to war for you. I don't support the idea of fighting for these people, for this country. It doesn't make sense. However, if you think about it, the government should love this message, right? You would think the government would say, hey, this is a great example of how young Americans should be. They're such a positive role model. That's what you think the government would say. What did the United States government do to this young black man as a result of supporting this country? They framed him and they put a target on his back. They framed him and they put a target on his back to where somebody might see him and kill him. That's what the United States government did to a brother who simply supported his country. Guys, that's why you shouldn't support this country, because you keep on trying to support this country and you'll realize really quick they don't support you. What do you call that syndrome? I'm going to remember and put it on the screen probably. Where you form an unhealthy attachment to somebody who hate you and continue to treat you poorly, but you still love them and support them no matter what. That's what that is, man. It's some sad stuff. National Homeland Security took this man, changed the caption on his video, and they also AI the people in the background to all be wearing black and to be wearing masks and stuff so they can look like the typical YN archetype. If you try it, we will hunt you down. Can't wait to see you, or something along that line. Hunt you down? That's crazy, man. Every time I hear these people talk, they're always, when they talk about us, they're always using some type of dehumanizing terminology. Hunt you down like I'm a deer, like I'm some type of animal. This is a government, this is an official government page saying this stuff, using AI technology to essentially harm the children of Israel. And I told you guys in a few videos ago, that's exactly what they're going to start doing. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? That's exactly what they're going to start doing. They're going to take AI videos and they're going to be trying to use them to incriminate blacks. Didn't I say we're going to do that? Didn't I call it? So you know what? I'm going to pull a scripture. I'm going to pull the scripture, Daniel chapter 8, verse 21. And it says, and the rough goat is the king of Grecia. So this is just a vision that Daniel saw. And, you know, he's seen the ram and a goat. And the angel is describing to Daniel what all of this stuff means. And this is what the angel said to Daniel. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia. And the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. That's Alexander the Great. Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. So out of Greece, 4 kingdoms are going to rise up. Let me tell you those kingdoms. It was Greece, but Greece produced Rome. Rome produced 2 kingdoms. It produced the Holy Roman Empire and the Islamic Caliphate. Now the Holy Roman Empire became what you know as Christian Europe. Christian Europe branched out all over the world. Christian Europe branched out. You got them in South America, Mexico, parts of Africa, like South Africa, for example, Australia, New Zealand, and the United States. Okay, and that's who we see right now. We see the same people descended from these kingdoms, descended from the Greeks, the Romans, the Holy Romans, all of that. And you know, the Islamic Caliphate, that comes from Roman Empire too, and that's also scripturally important because the Islamics have a history of selling our people into slavery in mass numbers more than the Europeans ever did, and they're still doing it to this day in Africa. But that's besides the point completely. I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, it says, and in the latter time of their kingdom, which is right now, when scripture says the latter times or the latter days, it's talking about the last days, right? The very end. When the transgressors are come to the full, that means when Yah is completely fed up with the sins of these people, meaning right before they get destroyed, right before this people gets destroyed, Yah said this is what's going to happen. A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not of his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and holy people. The mighty and holy people are the children of Israel. So an elite is supposed to rise up in the last days who's going to have knowledge of dark sentences, which means he's going to have esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge, Illuminati knowledge, witchcraft, all kind of stuff, right? Just stuff that most people simply do not have access to. You understand? Also known as fallen angel knowledge, the knowledge of the fallen ones, right? That's all that is. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, because he's dealing with the fallen angels, you know, the fallen ones. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and holy people. And through his policy, this is political actions taking place, through his policy also shall he cause craft to prosper in his hand. Craft is technology. Technology is going to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall he destroy many. So he's going to come off peaceful, right? He's going to come off peaceful, but that peace is going to destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. If you haven't learned anything from my channel, this is not talking about JC. This is talking about David. David, the same David that slew Goliath in the Old Testament, his spirit is going to be back on this earth in a new body. He's going to be the Messiah, just like it says in all of these scriptures on the screen. This elite is going to stand up against David, but David's going to destroy him without even using his hands. Scripture said the words of his mouth shall slay. You understand? Look, the only thing I'm wondering about the scripture is it talking about when it says a man shall rise up? Is it literally talking about a singular man, or is it for the sake of the poetry? The scripture might be saying that this king of this kingdom, that the political leaders of this kingdom, right, which is multiple people, going all the way back to George Washington, going all the way back to King Charles, going all the way back to King Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain, right, and going back even before that when we're dealing with the Christian European Empire, right, of France, of Germany, of Scotland, all of those Christian nations in Europe, all of those kings could technically be represented by one king, right? One king, poetically, right? Maybe in this time period, all of these rulers, politicians, presidents, etc., could be represented by one king, but it's not one king. It's actually just the entire ruling class of what we see in this modern empire that we call the West. You know, when they want to say Great Britain, when they want to say, you know, all of Europe, when they want to say the United States, when they want to say Australia, even when they want to say even New Zealand, when they want to say South Africa, even, what do they call it? They call it the West. That's just what they call it. I don't know why. It's technically not the West, but it's all over. Because they conquered the whole goddamn world. So it's not the West. It's just, call it the corners, fam. What if that king is not really just one king? It could just be all of the, because they've been destroying us through craft, through experiments and technology. They've been using peace to destroy us. They've been just literally destroying us. You know, they've been had knowledge of dark sentences, and they've been had fierce countenance. So with that being said, I'm just trying to figure out, is this one individual or what? But what we do know is that scripture says that in the last days, they will use craft to destroy the holy people, period. That's what we got from this. They've did it plenty of times, and all we see is that they're doing it again, you know, and that David is going to come and destroy the elites of this world that we see today. You know what I'm saying?
If you like to build your ruach or your spirit, you must like to build your health as well. Check out our website, J&R Eden Herbs, for all your holistic needs. We have over 100 quality products that include supplements, teas, soaps, incenses, tonics, and more at very affordable prices. Click our link in the description to heal yourself today.